स्टूडेंट्स बात कर रहे हैं एनालॉग टू एनालॉग कन्वर्जन टेक्निक्स की। हम लोगों ने एम्पलीट्यूड मॉड्यूलेशन स्टडी की थी, विच वाज द फर्स्ट ऑफ द थ्री टेक्निक्स. नाउ लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द frequency modulation. Students, the second one of the modulation techniques that we have is the frequency modulation. And the frequency modulation, in this particular case, once again, you have got a modulating signal, which is, for example, audio in this case. And then we have a carrier frequency, once again, produced by a voltage control oscillator. We're talking about frequency modulation, and that's why it's the case. And then you get a frequency modulated signal. Students, in the case of FM, the FM transmission, the frequency of the carrier signal, it is modulated to follow the changing voltage levels or amplitude of the modulating signal. Students, गौर कीजिएगा कि peak amplitude और हमारे पास जो है और जो phase है इस केस में, as you can see, carrier signal का, that remains the same. FM signal में there is no change in amplitude, there is no change in phase. The only change that we have is in the frequency of that modulated signal. Modulating signal starts from origin and it goes all the way to origin. And you see there is a distinct, very clear change in the frequency up until that point, which is somewhere here. This is your frequency, and then this is your frequency here. So your carrier is, in this particular case, is FM modulated. Students, ये जो relationship है between the modulating signal, the carrier signal, and the resulting frequency modulating signal, इसमें you can see that FM or frequency modulated signal, it is normally implemented by using a voltage control oscillator, as was the case with FSK, frequency shift keying. Students, frequency of the oscillator changes according to the input voltage, which is the amplitude of the modulating signal. Bandwidth, in this particular case, students, is once again a little bit different from amplitude modulation. The bandwidth for FM is represented by B of FM is equal to 2 multiplied by 1 plus B into capital B. Students, in this case, your small b and your book actually represent this as a beta. And students, this beta is a factor that depends on modulation technique with a common value of 4. It can have different values. Most of the times when you're doing frequency modulation, you use the value of 4.